It's there.
So
Should
let
be
everyone know
there
you're here.
momentarily. Yes,
Do
we
you have
are
a
here.
starting screen?
I didn't set that up yet. That's the only one I didn't have a clip on. You may
Gotta
have
get
to
a little
read.
like starting soon, and then some music playing. Let people file into the lobby, and then come in, and then they're all ready to go because they know that Papi's coming on.
I should have done that. You gotta show me how to get that going.
You just make another
Um,
scene starting soon, and then you play your music. You put a little music
mhm,
audio clip in there, and you run it.
mhm.
So easy. It's probably one of the
Got
easiest
it.
things you could do on OBS.
Got it. Got it. Well, bless up, people. Thanks for following us and joining in the stream. Like I said, my boy Colin Cousse is here live with me. I'm
Couche,
Couche.
couche,
Thank
like Bobby
you,
Boucher.
Couche.
Yeah. So
I
you know
love that.
Joe Pesci, right? You know Joe
Yeah,
Pesci.
yeah, Couche. I got it.
Peisce. Same principle
Yes.
in Italian.
Yes, my boy Colin Couche is here. Thank you, Colin, for joining, man. I'm 11 a.m. here in Bali, Indonesia, and my boy and I was like, you know what? You're in Bali. Colin was like, let's do something. So this is almost like a Bali pop up. So bless up to everyone on X, in the arena, YouTube, wherever you guys are. We're happy to have you. I know it's your weekend, so we're gonna keep this short and sweet. We may have a few other guests joining us and asking us a few questions about the arena, but we just want to chill out and have some cool vibes. You know me, cool vibes with my boy Colin here, and then we'll just go from there. So thank you each and every one for coming in. Colin, what's going on with you, brother? How are you keeping up with everything that's going on around you? Tell me all about it. I'm your therapist today. What up, Doc?
Well, it started when my mom had my sisters, and uh, so no. Let's
Lovely.
see. Oh man, like I'm actually like we are growing so fast, and it
Mm-hmm.
is so hard to explain what fast growth feels like. Everybody thinks they are the most important thing in the world in their world, but
Mm-hmm.
like we are trying to make everybody happy, and it's impossible to do that. Like I'm just gonna face it. We're trying to get everybody happy, and it's impossible to do that. It's like there was just a tweet that was up, and multiple people were mad they weren't in the picture.
Uh-huh.
And
Wow.
it's like, well, somebody made that picture. I don't know who it was, but like I really don't. And like, yeah, like not everybody can be in every picture. Come on. Like
Yeah, yeah,
it's not
yeah, yeah.
exclusion. They just picked a bunch of pictures and put people together. It wasn't like that. And like, ugh, let's all be happy. We're just trying to grow together. And I'm sorry that not everybody so I'm gonna fix that.
Toot, toot,
I'm
toot,
gonna
toot,
fix that
toot, toot,
problem.
toot, 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 toot. Remember that
I
song?
yeah. Don't worry, be happy
Here's a little song I wrote.
wrote
Let's
and
play it
sing
note
it
for
note
note.
for note.
Don't
Don't
worry.
worry.
Don't worry. Be
I'll be
happy. When everybody is pulling on you, Colin Crusade, you know what to do. Don't worry. Be happy.
happy
That's
now.
what we gotta sing today. That's the theme song for today. For everybody that's pulling on Colin, buck up,
No, they're not
buck
pulling
up,
on
buck
me.
up.
I'm trying to help. And like this is the thing is like I get these reports that people are struggling, and I go in and I try to help. And like but the
Mm,
faster we grow, I mean, of course, obviously, like there's a lot more struggles, but every time I knock it out, it seems to knock out permanently. But sometimes something else comes up and it's like, okay, I gotta fix this. And like one of the things is we had a tweet that just came out, and it was a good tweet. It's really good, like it's good content, but like some people feel like really neglected. And I'm sorry if you are in the chat and you're reading this, I'm sorry, we didn't mean it that way. And we're gonna fix
yeah.
it. We're gonna fix it. What I'm gonna do. I ran it by Jason, and we're gonna make it happen. We're gonna do for a little while. We'll see how long it goes, but at least 3 series of featuring a few people, like just who are making content on here. And we'd like to feature one new person, and I hope you guys don't get mad at being a new person on there, but we want to show how growth works and how people can grow really fast on this platform. and it's important that this person Gina will be in this thing. Then we've got people who've been here loyal, so we'll feature Squee, and then we have people who are really deep in the crypto space who've been very good helping on the marketing side. Have done a lot in cross marketing, and so we'll feature Jerry and Brandon. I'm just going to release that right now. They'll be the first 3 people we feature. We're going to write them up in a tweet, put them out, guys. This is what we're going to do, and we're going to do this regularly. And so at some point, somebody else is going to be on there. It could be one of y'all. So if you keep working, you can get announced by the main account, and you can be popped up and pushed up to the top, and we could go, hey, here's our next series, and it's going to be 3 more people, and it's going to be probably the next series is going to be people who do stages. So like this is like starting with, sorry, my pillow is falling off. We're going to start with people who do streaming. That's the product I'm focused on, and that's where I want to like the strength I want to like push. I'm writing this. I'm going to fucking do it. So that's where I want to push. But stages are also extremely essential to this platform. We're going to do that. Then we also got meme creators and art creators that are going to be featured on there as well. So it's just and token creators. Like this is just something we're gonna start working on. So I really think this is going to be good for the platform. And guys, if you felt like you were neglected, this is a way to just know that there's a pipeline to not be neglected. If you produce good content, you can get on the front page of our main feed and get that out there. So that'd be good. That'll be posted on Arena and it will be posted on X, and you guys will be featured. And it's we can't do everybody all at once. It's just not how it works. But we're gonna do our damnedest to make sure we have an opportunity stream for people so that they have the ability to actually get seen from the main account. So we're no longer gonna nobody feel like there's no hope. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? That's what I want. I want people to feel like they have the ability to be seen and grown on this platform. And it's not just like, why'd you leave me out? I'll never get seen. You will get seen. We do see you.
Absolutely, absolutely. Colin, I tell you what, I don't know. When I commit to something, I do it from the bottom of my heart, right? I'm not looking. If I make a decision to do something, it's a decision that I make.
Yeah.
And so if I go in there and I'm doing my very best and I'm putting my front foot forward, understanding the logistics of building anything, much less a social media platform to compete with so many other competing new projects of all different sorts that's coming out. You got, the understanding is, what, I'm here because I see this, I like it, I believe in it, and I'm here. So now that's that's the meat of the matter right there. Anything else, like you coming in right there, this was not even planned. This is organic, right? Let it happen. It's icing on the cake.
Yep.
Like he's saying, he can't be every place in one. None of us can be every place. Like some of the times I got so ticked off because I want to watch football. I'm not talking American football, even though I look at American football, but I want to watch the Premier Leagues, Champion Leagues, but I can't watch every match that's going on Saturday. So I'm like, all right, I settled for recaps.
That's what I'm going through. That's literally what I'm going through. Everybody wants me on, like, to King Tipper, show up here, King Tipper, show up there. And it's like, dude, guys, first off, I don't have infinite money. Right now I'm doing major infusion because I think it's good for the network for people to feel encouraged to stay during this down period. This is a particularly tough period, and I'm putting my personal finances out to help you guys feel really encouraged. Me as a human being, I'm not representing the arena. I got no budget. I'm doing this as a person who does not have infinite funds, who did not make tens of millions of dollars off of Avalanche, contrary to what you think. I literally am a human being willing to put my neck on the line for this. And like this, if things succeed, they succeed. And if they don't succeed, I might have to get a job. Like seriously, like this is kind of where we're at. Like I am building.
My goodness.
I am fucking building, and this is my job. Who am I kidding? Like
yes.
I'm building, and building requires that sometimes you got to buy resources, and you got to make sure that your staff is happy. And even though none of you are actually staff, I feel like it's important for me to keep the morale up when everybody's watching their bags go down, and feel like they can. And so this is something I took on myself. Nobody asked me to do this. I'm helping you all feel like this is a place of opportunity while we build out a place of opportunity.
I appreciate it. We appreciate it. But like I said, when things, like when the market in general is down, right? So it's a small community and we're growing here. And so that downward pressure is felt across the
Oh
board,
yeah.
whether it's the retailers and everything else. And I think that also is one of the reasons people are a little bit more agitated than if their bags were looking good and things were green and headed north, you wouldn't even hear most of the people that is complaining about coming on live or whatever, because they'll be happy all the way around.
Yeah.
But when you are in it to win it, and you have your goals set, of course we don't want to see things go down,
Mhm.
but it goes down, it comes up. This is the nature of the nascent industry that we're in. And so yeah, everybody just sit back a little bit, man. As long as you're not dumping on the bottom, that's like, as long as you're not dumping your conviction plays on the bottom, that's all
Mhm.
I am saying. Don't dump the bottom,
I
don't
don't
put it.
understand it because like literally we are now multi-chain, which means now like we're not. I say I don't understand it. The reason that the token price goes down is because everything is going down, and the token is backed by everything. So
Hmm.
that's how indexes kind of work. Like if the top 7 tech stocks go down, the S&P 500 index goes down. Same principle, right? So like the arena is kind of like a little bit of an index. And it's going to
Yes.
become more and more like that as we add more networks and back more tokens with those networks. And so I think you're going to see that this actually becomes kind of like the S&P 500 with a social network
Hmm.
attached. And that's a really
Hmm.
interesting prospect. So I'm excited for the future, but I just want us to
Yes.
ride out the storm, put down our sails and just let the ocean carry us. And I just want to make sure you guys stay hydrated in the as a sea spray hits our face.
Could not say it any better. One of last week, was it when Melissa rolled through Jamaica, what, like 2 weeks ago? And you know, I woke up and I'm looking at the storm and how people are getting devastated. Their properties are gone, their whole life worth just washed away in a moment. And I'm thinking, I am so blessed. Yeah, my bags are going down a little bit. I'm giving back some gains, but I'm thinking I got a roof over my head. I got electricity. I could get on a live stream. You know what I mean? I'm thinking, what are we even worried about? If you're in a long-term position, just weather the storm. These people are going through, 100 times worse.
Yep.
And so when you put things in perspective like that, it helps to bring some type of a calm. Shout out to our CEO, Jason Desimone. Thank you guys for building this platform, the Dev team, Buff, all of you guys up there. If I don't call all your names, it's the same thing. But big ups to the team that's holding this together. Big ups to all of the gladiators and all of the champions, all the OG. Bless up to all of you guys hanging in there tight, holding the floor on the arena coin. We were talking yesterday, I believe, when you got on stream for a minute, about how relative to the dip of all the other coins in the ecosystem, that arena is really not doing that bad,
It's really not.
especially lately, because of how the champions are holding the floor, and people are being steadfast with and immovable. You know what I mean?
I'm
Yeah,
proud of
that
this
that's
community. Like I really
yeah,
am. Like look at what they're not dumping that much. Like I don't see like look at the top champions. They're not dumping. I have people I see buying and like I got another buddy who just went in for 20 grand. He's going in for another possibly
man,
50 grand. So like I'm like
man.
I'm like dude, are you sure? He's like, I see what you're doing. I think this is going to go someplace. So, like, I am not personally all that worried. Like, I know that once we get through this, we're going to be the last ship on the ocean. And that's a great position to be in. So, I'm fucking stoked right now.
Absolutely.
But I'm also like, I understand that sentiment carries a social network. And
Yes,
so it's
yes,
important
yes.
for me to help you guys keep your spirits up in that time period. And yeah, maybe me talking like this is part of it, but honestly, I think a little bit of an infusion, a little bit of attention, a little bit of marketing, and that really should help. We got some big interviews coming up. I can't really talk about them, but I pulled some strings. I got
Mhm.
some friends coming on. Top 3 co-founders of a top 3 coin, maybe top 2, are going to be coming on the arena to give a little discussion about what they're doing and what they're interested in and their philosophy behind cryptocurrency. So that'll
Alpha,
be interesting to
alpha,
see those
alpha,
interviews.
alpha, alpha, alpha,
Yeah.
alpha. Listen, read between the lines, people. Let me tell you my regret. Okay, it's not even a regret. I'm mad at myself because nobody can time the top and nobody can time the bottom, right? You know what I'm mad at? I am so ready to buy so much more right now,
but I don't
And
know.
I'm mad at myself
Oh,
because I'm in like I did a stage. I called it. Can you hear me,
yeah,
Colin?
I can hear you.
I did a stage and I called it that Bitcoin and representing all the ecosystem. It's becoming a more liquid store of value
Yes.
than properties. And here's why I'm saying that. Because right now, if I wanted to swap my property, real property, to get some more arena or whichever, all of this fire sale that's going on, I got to watch this brick and mortar sit there and waiting on the realtor and waiting for a bank to approve somebody, and then they fall through, and then approve somebody else, and then they fall through. I'm like, if this was Bitcoin or any other token, top token, I'm in and out it overnight, midnight. And so I based that premise on becoming Bitcoin and some of the top coins becoming a more liquid, right? What are your thoughts on my thesis there? Because
I think
I
you're
could have been
right.
out,
And
I could have
let's
been buying the
just
bottom.
let's go ahead and let's move this to the arena for a second because I think we have a great
Mhm.
analogy in that. Because the arena actually is real estate if you look at the champion leaderboard. Because being number one is having the prime real estate, is having Mar-a-Lago, of freaking like, it's having the White House, it's having whatever you want to say. It's like the best of the best, like choicest property you can have. Although Mar-a-Lago isn't that, but it's like a really nice property right there on the beach. Just like you can buy that property, right? And like it's a billboard. It's a method of actually saying that, hey, and it is a competitive asset, so that's also interesting. It is a matter of it is liquid though, because I could just say, hey, you know what? I don't want to be this anymore, and I could just like leave. I don't
Mhm.
personally feel that way. I like where I am, but like,
Mhm.
there's people who could overtake me. They could just do it, and I mean, like this is the nature of these assets. There is an opportunity to be king, but there's also just an opportunity to just like sell it really quick. RWAs are a great example of how liquidity actually how liquid these assets are. You want to talk about actual real
Mhm.
estate titles directly on the chain. There's a whole token asset out there in the top 20 called HELOC, and it's based around this concept of taking out home equity loans, I think. So like
Mhm.
literally like that can be done on chain now. Like how wild is that?
Wow.
Um
Wow.
yeah, so like this is I believe that's what that does. Somebody correct me. But yeah, like this is all something that is not before as easy as it is today. Now with that comes risk. Slower is safer. All right, this is what we know. Slower is safer, but slow can be too slow and bogged by red tape. And faster is expeditious, but there's also the risk of like it's gone. You know what I mean? So like there's pluses and minuses, but the fact that it's all super liquid and you could just like instantly take a loan on things is just incredible to me. I have a buddy who just said he was taking a through Coinbase, you can take loans on your Bitcoin holdings
Mhm.
and actually like that's insane to me. Like we couldn't do that like several years ago. Like you could actually just take loans off your own bit. So it's interest. It's like cash, but it's basically like tax free. Like how cool is that? Like let's
Right. Right.
like that
Right.
like all that. Boom. You wouldn't have to go through an application process. It's just there. We know it's good. It's Bitcoin, right? I don't have to get a
Yes.
valuation on my
Absolutely.
home. It's just Bitcoin, right? That's cool.
I think that's what Larry Fink of BlackRock. Well, I'm not even going to say that right now. It's probably not uh, appropriate to even bring that up, seeing that they're offloading a lot of Bitcoin right now. But in any case, I think that's what he's always. Well, since he joined the game, since he became a believer in the Bitcoin ecosystem, blockchain ecosystem, I believe his big push now. Uh, is the RWA, right? I hear him speak very passionately about it. He wants everything tokenized, meaning all the property, the REITs you were talking about, the HELOCs, even what's that chain that started out that was doing the property swaps? But that's what Larry Fink and BlackRock is going now. What, why they're offloading right now, who knows? They're probably trying to get some discounts for some of the bigger institutions to come in. They kind of probably played it forward from a year ago when we got the ETFs and said, hey, if this thing go too far, by the time this Clarity Act passed, how are we going to get in? We can't buy the top. And who knows what's going on? But what I do know is this: it's all positives in there because the space is being legitimized.
Yep.
Regulations and compliances are coming. So all of this growing pains that we had none of this in 2010 and 13, 15, 17, it's here now. So if you zoom out, right, and look at everything that needs to go logistically in the regulatory and compliances department, SEC and all of that, banks and institution, we're in a good man. We can't even complain. Bitcoin, if you look at it, zoom out, it's still 45 and to the right.
Hmm.
No matter how you look at it, if you just zoom out, right? So it's all relative to the perspective of when you coming in, when you came in, and what your reason for coming in. If you're coming in to trade it, good luck. If you're coming in to build, to have it as an asset that store value and all kinds of other attributes to it, you just stay calm and you look at it in 5 years. You know, so that's the way I go about it in times like these. And no, yeah, the positive vibration side of me is not, oh, everything is rosy. Everything is not rosy. Papi no hunger, Papi no thirst, Papi no destruction, Papi no struggle. He's been through all of that and then some, right? But through it all I'm saying is when you look back on it, you're like, man, what was I worried about? And so a couple of years from now, if you didn't foot out, if you didn't get discouraged, dismayed, and you held, and if you go out there and actually have another source of income, a great time to DCA. Of course, I'm no guru in financial advisement, but do your research. But all I'm saying is, I am my only little dismayed right now is that my real properties are still locked up to where I'm like, man, if that was some kind of a coin, I just swap it over. I can get some more of this and get some more of that. That's my only thing right now. Like I can never catch the bottom like I want to.
Yeah,
That's it. That's
but you can
yeah.
catch cash if you if you do like a bit of a home equity line or a real estate equity line on that stuff, and that's what some people do. I mean, they do. It's a risk, but some people do it. They just take a little bit out on their equity line and then use that to invest, and then they pay that down immediately as soon as it goes up.
Yeah, I did that, and then it went some more bottoms. So I'm like, yeah, go take some more out. So I'm like, no, no, no.
Yeah.
But I'm looking to, like I said, one of my, there's caught up in a sale, and that's been bouncing around. So it'll come through. I'm not worried about it, and it's just the timing. And so by the time it comes through, it might be back up again. This is why I'm mad. I'm like, I would really like to start DCA right here, right here. But that being said, man, keep your head up. Thank you guys for all in the chat. You're looking good down there. Coming in. Thanks for coming in. It's midnight. It's wee hours of the morning. We may have another guest. There's another gentleman that we just onboarded. His name is Andy. He had a few questions. So if he pops up, he's getting up probably 6 a.m. now where he's at.
Damn, that's
He's going to
early.
try to join us. Yeah, yeah. I said, listen, we're busy. These guys are working hard. And so if you can get up at 6, you might be able to get some of your questions answered. The last time he came on my live, I couldn't answer some of the deep questions. So if Mr. Andy pops in here, show him some love, we'll bring him up and go.
Where's he
Okay. But
located?
otherwise than that, he's he's in Moscow.
Oh, cool.
He's
Oh,
in
this is
Moscow.
okay. Cool. Yeah. Okay. Got it.
Yeah, he's in Moscow. And remember, what did I do? Okay, it's fine. Um, yes, remember, like the zones are so messed up. I'm in Bali right now, so I'm like 11:25 a.m. That's why we had the pool and the sunshine. And Collin is 10:30 over there, and this guy is 6 a.m. And so to try to get everybody together, sometimes it's a challenge. Which is why we're recording, folks. We are recording. So if you find that this discussion is beneficial, uplifting, give you a different perspective, maybe you were a little you know beat down a little bit because of the market. Here's a couple of people that's been weathering storms from all different facets. Me myself, been through the housing crisis, and we have a little surprise for you. We have a blonde guy is going to show up behind me here momentarily. Say hello, jump in the camera. You're gonna come. Just gotta
What
we
up,
gotta
dude?
wait on it.
Where's the camera?
Just look. Wait on this
Huh?
one. I came here and I found Mr. Penguin. Everybody remembered from the snow. He's now the traveler with the arena. Jenny there. Thank you guys so much for coming in. But Penguin is here in Bali. He's getting his surf in. He did his hair and all of that. But basically, what I'm saying is, you want to say hi, Penguin, to everyone in the arena.
Hi everyone in the arena. How you guys doing?
Very
Hello.
nice, very nice. Good to have you, brother. Good to have you. Hey, brother. And so, all I'm saying is, hearing it from a few people that
I'm gonna make
that
sure I
lived through a
retweet
lot.
this. Sorry, hold on 1 second. I just realized I didn't retweet that you're live, so I should do that. Right?
I'm watching. I'm reading the
Hey,
chats.
you wanna control the chat. How do
How
I
you
go
doing?
wider? I need to go wider with you guys.
Wider.
Like, how do I know. I think this is the big one, right? So let me
Yeah,
just
yeah,
turn
no,
it.
it's
Let me
because
turn.
it's cutting.
Yeah, I think that's the only way we can actually do. See, I was trying to get that little camera. If I get this, if I get, oh yeah, I can get it. I can put my camera here and get this
Bro,
one.
this is some next level stuff, right? Yeah, I don't even know how it works.
Crazy, crazy. No, I'm gonna get that up there. We'll get a wider angle. But if you wanna, well, you can't type. This thing
No,
is
no, it's
falling
okay,
down.
it's
Plus,
okay.
I'm holding this thing like that.
Wait, I'm gonna fix it.
Uh,
Put it like upper here.
it's
Like
still a
here.
slide. It's sliding. I tell you what. This is what I'm gonna do.
No, I'm gonna fix it. Don't
There
worry.
you go. Yeah, that's better. Yeah, that is better. Thank you. Yeah, we got a handyman in the house here. Help me out
Maybe if you use
with the
this like
technicals.
to support.
It's calling
Yeah.
in back. Malik. Hey Malik, welcome, brother.
I'm
We
just making
got
sure
the
people know
penguin
about this. Yeah, that's all.
here. Here's what's going on.
I'm
Malik,
blown now, guys.
you
But
doing
it's me.
what you doing now? Okay, so I'm gonna put this on here, and then I'll switch it. And we
Where is the camera? The camera is in the MacBook, right?
right now we're using a MacBook camera,
All
but
right.
because this one here, if
Wait, I help you.
I got it.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, I got it. There we go.
All right, perfect.
Boom. Now, if I can, yeah, Colin, go right. Matthew, I see you there. Welcome in. We're just trying to get another wider
What up,
camera going.
Matthew? Beef, I see you. How
Yeah.
you
So
guys
I'll
doing?
get
Long
I'll
time.
get you guys some attention. But you were saying, we're here. We support one another. We want to thank Colin for coming in again. He's always trying to help everyone. Let me see if I can get that other camera and get a wider angle for us. That'll be on your face like crazy. So now I'll put it over here.
You guys can
Colin,
see.
go ahead while I'm trying to set this other camera.
Hi,
Okay.
what's up? I don't know what to say. I got nothing. My energy's getting wiped.
No, I'm
Uh,
trying to get this. I'm trying to get this other camera on us, but let me see here. I got it. I'll put it back on Penguin. You and Penguin can chat a
maybe
little bit.
maybe the backbook is better.
Yeah, we'll go back to the original. Just trying to get wide.
You're rolling, Papi.
Well, there you go. You can chat with reintroduce
Yeah,
yourself.
but I can hurt here.
Oh yeah, that's right. There you go.
What's up, guys?
what up?
What up,
How you
Collin?
doing?
I don't know if I met you. I don't know. Did we met when I was in the arena?
What's that?
I
Might
don't know
have.
if
I
we
don't know.
met.
I met a lot of people, but it's kind of like like they're all profile
Yeah, I
pictures.
know, I
You know what I
know.
mean? Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
I
I
used
mean,
to
my name
stream a
is.
lot, but I got hacked. Like it. Then I kind of took a break,
Wait,
and
you
now
streamed?
I used to stream the arena, and now I'm gonna launch a token in PumpFun, and I'm gonna stream there.
Oh, okay. Well, why not the arena?
We are gonna get support from PumpFun. We know people there.
Got it. Got it. Got it. Okay. Interesting. Okay. I mean, so
No,
is
I
it?
know
It's
that
just about.
but I still love the arena, guys. Don't
I
leave the
get it.
arena. No, like it's not me.
Yeah. I mean, you can multi-stream. Just saying. But
Yeah,
like,
yeah, I know.
what is the support you're getting out of curiosity?
Bro, we are talking. I can't explain everything, but like we're in contact with the guys from PumpFun, like Elon, Reigns, and we're gonna get it mostly exposure.
Got it. What are you streaming?
Bro, so when I was in the arena, I used to stream like, bro, I used to throw like some barbecues. I used to stream like talking stupid stuff, doing barbecues. I'm an artist, so I used to draw a lot, do animation. I used to stream the animations, and but now on Pump Fun, I'm gonna launch a token that's called Traveler, and it's about like my trips.
Got it.
I'm
Yeah, yeah.
gonna and I want to create a community behind that's gonna decide what I'm going to do. So the
Oh, that's
community is
cool.
gonna. It's kind of like they're traveling with me because they make the decisions as well.
Oh, cool. That's a cool idea.
Yeah.
Actually, yeah, yeah. No, we're actually deploying a mobile app here soon, so you can actually do that stuff on Arena
Yeah,
soon.
bro.
But
Actually,
I
it's
understand if you already got contacts in that. I get
yeah.
it.
Actually, Arena, like being honest, is our plan B. We are like going forward with.
I want you to be our play. I want to be your plan A.
Bro, if we get
Um,
support from Jays on these guys, we can think about it. But like
yeah,
since
yeah, I get it. So yeah, a lot of the problems is a lot of these people are dumping money into things. So what I've noticed with the pump fund stuff, and you can just take how it is, how I feel about this. Obviously, I have a bias, but I look at the arena and people stick around. When I look at pump fund, it's like, do you remember Poloniex from back in the day?
actually no.
So back before, like when Ethereum was launching,
Hmm.
there was this thing called Poloniex. It was one of the exchanges, and it got shut down. But they had this thing called a troll box, and it was a bunch of anonymous people, basically like just talking and trying to manipulate the markets a little, right?
Yeah.
And I noticed that a lot of the pump fund has the same dynamics to it. There's not a real community there. And
Yeah.
there's some community, but it's mostly kind of like, just people trying to like make a particular coin go up. It's not really people who are there for you. I will say that if you were on the arena, you would feel a lot more like you had a family, and like people actually gave a shit about you. And if this is not the right time for that, that's fine. But we are going to grow, and people
No,
don't
yeah,
leave
I
the
know.
arena.
It's because like I used to get like first place streaming quite often, but I got hacked and I
Uh,
kind of got like, bro, it was kind of sucks. Like I was getting like 1,000, 2,000 people per stream, and then I got hacked. I was getting like two after I
well, first off, a
created
lot
the
of those were
account.
bots. We took care of the bots. They remember the tipping party thing.
Yeah, yeah.
That was a bunch of people in like Bangladesh who were trying to
Hmm.
like farm tips. They were always
Yeah,
asking
yeah,
for
yeah,
that. That's all handled. So the actual views are the real view counts now, or
yeah.
closer to them, I should say. But the actual community is a legit social network. So if you're looking to raise a token, you're just looking for liquidity and just get in, get out, pump it and then dump it. Like
That's
that's what pump fund is for. And
yeah,
I
yeah.
get it. And don't feel bad about that. I completely agree with you on that. But when that's over, we'll still be here. We'll still welcome you in.
Yeah, but I think that's the reason. Like, if we didn't got the support from Pump Fund that we are talking about, right, we would not launch there. Because I
Exactly.
know
They're
this
basically
this
just
wouldn't last. But I feel like we've been talking to them and they want like creators and people doing like new stuff, and I guess like this is a new type of token. Like it's still a meme coin, but it's have a different.
Let's send you a link. Go ahead. Go ahead. I'm gonna send you a link so you can come in on your own.
All right,
Go.
but have a different background. It's like a different purpose.
oh, like what? What do you
Yeah,
mean?
like streaming, like the community is not like just making money. Like we want to bring it's something that works on web too. We have a lot of like YouTube channels about like nomads, um, going to new places, going to adventures, doing some crazy stuff, and we want to bring this into Web3 and create a token out of this.
Cool. I endorse that. Definitely do it.
Yeah.
Definitely do it. Whatever is going to work for you. Definitely do that.
Hmm.
I will say that this, like, people come back from pump fund to here. People come back from base to here, and this is kind of the root of a lot of people's social world.
Yeah.
Papi is talking to you on the arena.
Hmm.
However that feels, I would rather grow out the arena. But I understand if it's about money, they have it right now.
No,
because it's Solana.
let's keep it. Yeah, yeah, and the like I feel like the arena have a really stronger community. It's like more united, definitely, but at the same time, I feel Solana is wider. You know.
Yes, yeah, and that's why we've also integrated Solana.
Yeah, yeah, I
So
saw that. That's really
so
cool.
that's coming. We're also good. We also integrated Ethereum
Hmm.
and obviously Base. So like in BNB. So these are we're going full omni chain, like completely across the board, and that will open up a lot
No,
more
but let's
opportunities. But what if you want right now, right then,
no,
they
let's
are
keep in
currently right
touch
now.
because I think like it's definitely a possibility to launch it in on the arena. And if you don't mind, can I get your Telegram with Papi and we
Uh,
talk about
we'll
it?
talk afterwards. I actually eschew Telegram. I go for I do Signal mostly.
All
So
right. Don't worry.
um, yeah, you okay with Signal?
Yeah, just come in
Yeah,
from your
yeah,
phone.
I'm okay.
Yeah.
I'm
Cool,
I'm gonna
perfect.
go. I'm gonna pass back to Papi because I don't wanna
Yeah, sorry, I
disturb
didn't
you
make
about
mean to
it.
make it
But
No,
awkward for you. But
go
yeah,
back
man,
to
I really want to talk about
I'll
it.
send you the link,
all right,
and
all
then you
right.
come in from your phone.
I'll go upstairs then.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Wherever you want to go from.
See ya.
Okay. All right. All right, guys. I'm back. The rain was coming, so I was trying to move all the equipment and everything. And Penguin, I sent him the link, so if he wants to come back in. So sorry about that. You're on the road, so you have to just move with it. Um, but we're good now. All right.
Yeah, token launchers are hinky, man. Like I feel like the token launcher has been a little bit of put a little bit of the strain on the social networking side
Uh
on
huh.
Arena. But that's just my personal feeling. I can't really like. It's also been a generator of income for the arena, so that's good too. But that the arena is just taking fees off that.
Hmm.
But like clearly, a lot of people got their feelings hurt by these tokens, and what are you gonna do, man? Like tokens are pump and dump. Like they pump and then they dump. I don't know what to say,
Yeah.
and I'm trying to build a social network and an actual product. I want to see, and I say I'm trying to, it just means I'm advocating for it. I'm not associated with the company. Obviously, I put a lot into this, but I have a vision for something that is far different than Pump Fun. And so my feelings on this might not vibe with the arena, and that's okay if they change and go a different direction. I'm sure it'll be a smart direction no matter what. But I really want I really want more interactions like this. Like I really want this to be a place of human connection. And I
Hmm.
think there's revenue models we can build for the arena that leverage blockchain technology that make the arena a successful business as well as make the people on here able to foster their business and be successful. So this is a different thing than Pump Fun. I think
Yeah.
ultimately we're going in a different direction. And if you just want a token and you want to go around and basically build something that pumps and then you cap on it, then there's 1,000 things that you can do that with. You don't need a
Hmm.
stream. You don't
Yeah.
need a stream. Like that's the thing. It's like you don't Pump Fun doesn't need streaming to be Pump Fun.
Right.
It's
Right.
you know what I mean?
It's
Like
the
it just
dopamine.
doesn't.
They're getting the dopamine over there. It's like, and so I think based on your point with when we started the arena launch, I think there's a lot of unskilled. I know my limits, and so once I mean, I'll mess around with a pump or something, but I know that's not my strong suit. It's kind of like perpetuals. It's not my strong suit. I'm more of a slow and steady win the race. That's how I've won it all my life. And when I have a little extra to mess around with some perpetuals or something like a pump and dump coin, if I want to play, I play. And so I think the knowledge, like a lot, there were a lot of new people excited. They just excited about, hey, it's a new drop, it's a new launch, and but not having the technical and the fundamental skill set, patience, risk management strategies, none of it to really put in play. And so when they get hurt, of course they're going to look at the developer who dropped a coin and blame it. And so, but no, you have to personally take responsibility, which is why we always say not financial advice, do your own research.
Yeah.
You can't get greedy. If you're in the wind, some people they round trip it. because they thought he was going to go to the moon. So all of these things, like these disciplines, right? These are disciplines, right? And they have to be taught and they have to be adhered to. Taught is one thing, but implementing and adhering to the dangers of or stop loss or take profits or these things when you're doing on a pump, right? Funds. Now, if you get caught sleeping on something long term and you DCA and you don't care because you're looking at 2028, 2030, I mean, then you're good. You can sleep a little better. 90, I was telling Colin the other day, 90% of my diversified portfolio is in long positions. I only mess around, probably more than that. I only mess around, so if, like the arena or something like this, I'm looking at this down the road. This is not something like a pump fund or something. This is a project that's massive with
Yeah.
tons of utility and use cases. So you have to govern yourself accordingly, and then if you get hurt a little bit, try to learn from it, not make the same
Yeah.
mistakes. And that's what it is about. It's a growth process, in my
Do you
perspective.
remember Stank,
Mm-hmm.
that token I made?
Mm-hmm.
Ugh. I launched a token to test the token launcher. That's it. I came on this platform. The token launcher just got launched. I was not involved with that process. I was a public user, just like all you. I still kind of am. I just advise on the streaming side, and like literally, like it jumped so fast. I didn't
Mm-hmm.
know what to do, and I suddenly felt responsible for this thing. I didn't even mean to launch.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't know what to do about it. I didn't know how to like handle it. I didn't know what the right things were. I wound up putting up a ton of liquidity to prop that thing up. And then that set up an expectation that I
Yeah.
was just going to keep this money forever. And it was just like,
Yes.
how do I? So
Yes.
I took a huge loss on that. And like people are like, you made so much money with that. I did not make any money with that. What are you fucking talking about?
Yeah, you're
I
just
lost
trying to
like 30 grand on that. So like,
just trying to
shut
hold the floor to make people happy, and
yeah, and it's like it's because I'm not the personality for that. And there's a lot of people that come in here and they are the personality for that, and those people hurt the social aspect. And
mhm.
so some of those people aren't here anymore. It was like, what was his name? Avax Looker? Was that his
Yes,
name?
yes, yes, yes.
That guy
AVAX
was
Slipper.
just literally scamming people all day long. And every time they would be like, oh no, it's good this time. Nope. Rugged. And so like it's that begs for sociopaths.
Listen,
And it puts
I've seen some of the quickest rugs. I just sit back and I look. I've seen like 40 seconds rugs. I'm like, I'm 40 seconds flat. You didn't even give it 10 minutes, 20 minutes. 40
I
seconds
made
flat.
tokens called rug, but because it was me who made it, I was like, don't buy this token. It's a rug. I'm just testing.
They'll buy it.
Boom, goes up because I made it. And then I'm like, fuck it. Pulled it. And I made like 7 Avox off it. And people yelling at me, you stole 6 of my Avox. I'm like, who the fuck are you? I don't even know who you are. Like whatever. Like, yeah, I didn't mean to do any of this. I literally said, don't buy this. You had a bot automatically snatching things up. And then it's just like, yeah, I don't know, man. Like, I learned my lesson. I don't want to touch the token launcher even remotely. I don't even want to freaking look at it. I know what content producers really want. Like
Mhm.
content producers are creatives. Creatives want cash. Creatives want to get paid to keep the bills covered, right?
Mhm.
They want to get paid for what they do, for what they love, right? There's fame, there's money, and there's power. Pick 2, right? And the people who are content creators tend to be fame and money, and people who are token traders tend to be money and power. And so like literally, like I am trying to get those two married, right? That's
Mhm.
what this site is about. I want the people who have capital and want to make money and the ability to influence and want to make money hooked up with the people who just want to be known for what they do and hone their craft and make money doing it, right? And if
Mhm.
you put those two people together, you've got a golden formula. You got all 3 points on the triangle hit: fame, money, power. And that is what I'm shooting for, the Triforce. And if we
Yes.
can just get that system like really baked into this without these pump and dump schemes, which turn off the fame people, produces low quality content like on Pump Fun. Like if we could just, because Pump Fun's content is fucking trash. And like if we can just get all of that together,
Yes.
I mean, And we have the formula for it because people are here and they want to be here and they don't want to move and they like what they have and they like the communities they've built and they like their ability. We have the feed, we have the stages, we have the kernel of something great. And if we could just put that under a little bit of heat and let it pop, we're good.
Hmm. Yes, absolutely. And guys, let me just reset the stage just a little bit. I am live in Bali, Indonesia. You all know that we did some lives in Barcelona. I'm doing a month on the road, just resetting spiritually as far as getting clarity and some good deep cleansing massages and just I tell you, yesterday I felt like I was back home in Guyana, South America, because the weather, the temperature. And so if you see me sweating out here, it's probably about 86 degrees out. The pool behind me, I mean, I can jump in there if I feel like I'm getting exhausted too, which I do. And I swim and I do all of my calisthenics in there. So Colin, he was so gracious
French
and kind.
Guiana?
Uh, British.
British. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
British,
Cool.
British Guiana. Yeah, next to Venezuela and Brazil,
Yep.
and Suriname. And so it's tropical all year round. And so I was doing my cappuccino on the top deck up there, and it just dawned on me, this climate, this whole thing feels like I'm back home, and I felt settled. You
Maybe you are
know,
home.
I felt settled, and I'm like, wow. And so that's where I'm at. Just to reset, so those who are joining want to know where Papi is. I'm taking a month, and then I'll be back in for the Christmas and all of that good stuff. And I'm loving it. It was long overdue. I needed to do it a couple of years ago, but I wanted to see Europe. I went to Europe for the first time, and Barcelona was my first touchdown. And by God grace, hopefully, I can go back next year sometime. Take the wife or somebody with me like that. But there we are, and we're talking and shooting the breeze. A lot of people have been focused on the ecosystem, and sometimes you got to come out of it. This is healthy. And so it's happening around me. I'm like, well, okay, I'll catch it next year when we get some more bills. Looks like they're dragging their feet on the Clarity Act, like they want to do it for next year, maybe because how does that, when smart money start selling or to pay their taxes? It usually come, I thought, in December, but it looks like it's coming earlier this year. Like when BlackRock and Larry Fink start dumping Bitcoin, it's like they're
I don't
trying to
think that has
profit.
anything. I'll explain to you what happened there.
Hmm.
There was a liquidation event, and it caused a cascade. And just like in 1987, where there
Hmm.
was literally, it was a database bug based off that literally wiped out, like, I think it was like 23% of the stock market, like, really quick, and that's
Hmm.
huge. In
Yeah.
1987, it was literally just the way that things were structured caused a
Hmm.
liquidation event, a cascading one, and then it went down a little bit, and everybody's like, "Oh, it's over." And then 8 weeks later, and what do we have? Literally 8 weeks later, the final event happens, and that's how it goes historically.
Hmm.
So, so this is actually quite normal, even for stock markets to happen. And if you do the top five, if you actually read a book called "The History of America Told Through Five Crashes,"
Hmm.
I think that's what it's called, something like that. I think if you just Google "the history of America told through five crashes," it explains how these crashes work, and this is following the exact same pattern. So it's not unusual. And this crash has nothing to do with clarity, or it might have something to do with the combined interest rate,
Hmm.
FLARP, what's going on with the next federal meeting, FOMC meeting, but um, really, it's just normal from what happened in October.
Hmm.
And BlackRock selling off is because they're not stupid. That's why. That's why. It's not because they're doing anything special. They're just not stupid. They see a cascading dump and they go, "We're going to dump, and we're going to take that dump money and we're going to reinvest it in the same assets at a lower price after this is done." End of story.
So
That's what's
you
happening.
so what you're saying is BlackRock is like Pump Hunt is not going to beat us at our own game. This
Yeah,
pump,
pretty much.
like,
Yeah.
listen.
I
But
didn't want to. I'm sorry. I didn't want to like dump on uh um Penguin. Penguin? Yeah, I didn't want to dump on Penguin there about
no, no,
Pump
you're
Fund. It
good.
was a little awkward talking about it
You're
because
good.
it's like I have very strong opinions that Pump Fund is not the way, and that the only reason they are where they are is because they're on Solana.
Hmm.
Um, and like that was just where the liquidity was.
Right, right,
but
right.
like I don't see that being a. I'm actually having a meeting with a pump fund creator who raised a token with valuation equal to Arena right now,
Hmm.
and his name is George, and he launched a token called Clash, and I'm meeting with him in Las Vegas. Can you hear me? I can't tell if you can hear me. You can hear me? Okay, cool. I'm meeting with them in Las Vegas in early December. So it's not just me; it's a group event. But I'm gonna talk to him about Arena and see what he thinks. So this should be interesting. There's gonna be other creators there too. So we'll see how
Yeah,
this goes.
yeah.
But
Found another spot here. This is much better for the rain. This will work. No,
but it's I think they're all kind of like a little like know what pump fun is, and I don't know if it's what they want. You know
mhm,
what I mean? It's not what they expected.
mhm.
So we're gonna find a way to make them happy here.
Well,
Um,
kudos and all the best, and with the meeting, we get a great meeting. Man, we just got to hang in there and do what we do. We do know that with everything that's coming to the system, all the aggregate laws and compliances and banks and institutions. Oh God, it's so much. Like in 2017, when we were being promised and we had nothing, it was just the retailers. Well, no, we got to be so thankful for the adoption rate, right? I can't even. It's so much adoption. It's not even funny. So, but all you can do is look back and reference the .com, right? Reference those metrics of the struggles. Even Amazon and Apple and these guys were like, okay, $2, $9, 18 cents, $5. They were doing the same thing. New startups, right? And then in the end, look, we can't live without them. We can't live without them. And so this new disruptive technology called the blockchain and all the different facets and roads that it's going to solve different use cases, it's the same thing. And then we have to put all that in perspective, I believe, is that okay, Tesla 2010, I could have bought that stock at $10 and set it and
yep.
forget it. Nvidia, good lord, AMD. I was trading all these things back then, and now I made money and I bought properties and blah blah blah. So I can't complain. But hindsight is like the best strategy when you believe in something. Just buy it and set it and forget it. But don't set it and forget it for like 2 months. Tesla, $10, 2012. Bitcoin, $1. I heard about it. Looked fake to me. Didn't know what it was. Couldn't understand it. $1.
Hmm.
Da Vinci Jeremy, big guy in Dubai now. He was a little techie back then. He was screaming, buy it at $1, you know? And then when you look back and you take this knowledge, like, okay, how can I do it better going forward with something like the Arena or some of the RWAs or incorporated AI RWAs? I'm not going to call out too much name. We're going to talk about Arena today, even Avalanche, what we're doing. When you look back, even Solana, when Sam Bankman Fried story happened with Alameda and all of this, Solana tanked. What, it went down to like $12 or something, $8. Look at it now, right? So if we're believing in the conviction play, the best strategy I've seen that worked for me, it came out of how I usually do business in properties. Yes, I've been property manager. Yes, I buy land, develop the land, build something on it. Slow pace, but steady with a very defined outcome prediction because of demand, right? Supply and demand is still the same thing. And so I'm thinking, all right, I'm not going to fret myself, right? I'm listening to guys like Warren Buffett. He said, I hate trading. It works my heart up, he said. It gets my blood, and I can't have my blood, right? So when you do like, okay, Bitcoin, I look back at the thing, I'm just like, wow, all I had to do was throw away $100 of Bitcoin. Like, okay, back at $1, just throw it away. Like that's a dinner. Now it's not even a dinner for two. So you throw it there and you just leave it. And that's my point right there.
Sometimes. So, what do you think about Avalanche?
Well, looking at what they're doing behind the scenes, right? My only thing is with Avalanche is, and it could be XRP was kind of like this in 2017, 2018. Everything else would move, And I had like 300,000 XRPs, and it would not move from 18, 19 cents. And if it went to 22 cents, it'll come back down. And XRP stayed in that channel forever while everybody else was, all kinds of coins are doing dances, right? And I feel like Avalanche, the foundation that they're building, the networking, the partnership, the slow moving, putting in the infrastructure type stuff, which is what I like, right? You can't build a house without putting in all the infrastructure in the ground. You'll have a pretty house.
What is the infrastructure they're building?
Well, the connections, if you look at the connections they're making for RWA, some of the hints came out earlier this year when we was excited about Cynthia Loomis and them trying to bring Avalanche into the fold of RWAs and using it as a stable and some other utilities to build their infrastructure on top of the chain. Meaning, if you want to take the government records and put it on there, the tokenization of records, the tokenization of all kinds of assets, right? And so when you look at all of that, if that's blowing out, my concern at the only other concern was, and I think I brought this up, is okay, if they say we have 720 million AVAX, right? Is how much they can add to that, and do they have a protocol that can curtail, not liquidating on us too much, like the big boys do in the stock market. But otherwise than that, I really believe that RWA will be one of the staple superpower of Avalanche, right? And so whatever they have to do to incorporate the newest technology in there, whether it's X402 or whatever it needs, like we're doing with the arena here, and then we'll be right there ready for institutional grade in such a way, because we took, I said we, right? See, I'm claiming, when I have conviction of something, I put myself right in it, because they have everything for the institutional grade transaction, whether it's cross border to compete with XRP and all of that, whether it's the tokenization what Larry Fink is talking about, all of that coming in and on top of Avalanche, because we are built for that, slowly, solid, and ready to execute. And that's my thoughts on it. And that's why my conviction is strong on Avalanche moving forward.
What do you think about Granite, which just came out, and the validators voting to make the chain slower?
Granted, I haven't been following, I got to be honest. So
I just found out they voted to make the chain slower. I have to even validate that information, but I believe that's what I just heard.
make it slower.
So, yeah, they actually. I don't know by how much either, so I'm trying to get that information right now. I was right before this call, actually. I just found out. Hold on, I can even see.
So
if
they
someone
want to
responded.
apply more of a Bitcoin type of approach where
Yeah, it's like 2 second 2 second block times now.
well, if the L2s and subsequent stacks are if they're vulnerable, that's why I like Bitcoin.
Well, so here's the thing. You know how Avalanche is designed, right?
Go ahead.
From high level. Okay, so there's the P chain, which is basically like a DNS server where you have to register your .com domain or your .whatever domain, your .orgs, your .nets, and it basically just says, "Hey, this is where these chains are and how you get to them." Okay, and that's where the validators validate or choose to register as a validator, and the delegators choose to register as a delegator. Okay, then you have, and that runs in a blockchain, a standard linear blockchain. Then you have the C chain, which you're familiar with, which is the EVM chain, and that has, is also a blah, blah, blah. It goes relatively fast as well, and it's going pretty smooth. Then you have the X chain, which is extremely fast, but it's not smart contract chain. It has it's basically like a transfer chain, and it's not compatible with EVM. Unless they change that in some way, but I don't think they have EVM like ERC20 contracts on there. Because it's been a while since I looked. Okay. The design architecture is that you have this hub, which is the P chain, which acts as a registry. And then when you want to look up where another chain is, another L1 chain, you launch it on the hub. You basically declare that chain, you launch it on the hub, and messaging can happen now between chains as a result of this hub making this communication system, right? This lookup system. If all of these things, BlackRock, Toyota, Deloitte, let's just say the registry of VIN numbers in California are running on their own chains, then they're not using the Avalanche token to execute their transactions.
Okay. Okay.
So the transactions aren't the token isn't necessary on those chains.
So
Get their own thing going.
we're not reaping the financial transaction benefit.
Now there was some talk of doing something a little bit where they have to pay a burn fee in order to get that going. I have to look into the updated technical details on that, because I've stepped away from the tech, but technically that's just to pump the token. It's not even necessary. So if we're all worried about the price of the token, where is the demand choke, the bottleneck that drives the price of the token up? Because on other networks, the bottleneck is the fact that the networks are going at a slower rate. So there's only so many transactions that could go through the pipe, so that increases the amount that people want to spend to get their transaction prioritized through the pipe. And that, I think, is why the validators decided to slow down the chain, is so that they could make the pipe smaller and increase their own profits.
Gotcha.
So that might work, but I'm not sure. I'm not sure if that'll work. And that's something that also will only come out in testing. But if the validators decided to do that and make the pipe smaller, that also means that this Web3 speed of transaction as fast as a web page stuff kind of goes away. Do you see the give here, the like trade-offs we're dealing with? And so, like, the vision of the architecture is very clear, but if the architecture gets so good that the transaction token is better off being cheap, then nobody's money goes up. And so this is what I'm looking at, and I'm going, is this fixed or not with this last update? And right now, I'm not sure. So that's where I'm at right now. And like I helped build this damn thing, and I really want it to be the best thing. I think it should be the number 3 token on Earth by now.
Well,
and I want it to be, but I stepped away because I need to protect myself, and I did at a much higher price, and I publicly announced that because I'm like that, and now I'm like holding to see where it goes. And then I'm looking for a price point where I could jump back in, because I'm kind of like
this way. What I'm hearing from what you explained. I remember, I'm gonna give you a little insight about me as a poor boy growing up, and it's a relate. At 10 years old, my grandfather passed, and he was the breadwinner, so I had to jump into action. I started a couple of businesses at 10, but the main one I want to reference is I started a plastic bag business. You go to the supermarket, in a poor country, they catch the fresh fish and shrimp, and they bring all the little greens and okra and peas and beans and stuff, and you need plastic bags to put your shrimp in, and you got the idea. So my bags were 25 cents a pop, right? Low transaction fee, let's call it that.
Right.
But my turnover in 2 hours every Saturday morning as a little 10-year-old boy selling plastic bags, I would net $200 profit, because give me 4, give me 10, give me. And man, I couldn't keep up. Like, I needed more hands. I had my big sombrero on, and I'm selling plastic bag. And this went on till I left the country at 16 years old for Chicago. $200 net in 2 hours. So I'm getting paid $100 an hour as a kid. It's really stock and put back from wholesale, right?
Yeah, in 1936, that was a lot of money.
Yes. And then my other business.
I'm teasing you, man. I'm teasing you. I'm teasing you, brother.
I know, but where I'm going with this is, I'm going like this, right? You say that you talk about the transaction fees being very minuscule. Yeah.
Oh no! Let me restructure your analogy.
Uh-huh.
Can I help you?
Go
I
ahead.
see what
Go
you're
ahead.
saying. That's
Mhm.
correct. You're correct, but you're missing a key part. Can I fill
Okay.
it in?
Go ahead.
Okay. Now imagine if you as a 10-year-old were like, damn, I could make a lot more money if I just got bags that were 25% smaller.
I might lose customers though.
You probably
Might
wouldn't
keep
unless
them
there's a lot
coming.
of kids.
They might
Unless there's
come
a lot of
together.
kids. Let's say you had the biggest bags.
Yeah.
You could hold you could hold more fish than anybody else's bags,
Uh,
right? But you were like twice as big, like we are in Avalanche. We're so
yeah.
much faster than everybody else. But
Yeah.
we're giving away for 25 cents each
Yeah.
bag, just like everybody else, right?
Yeah.
What if we reduce the size of the bag by 25%? We're still bigger than everybody else,
In this
but
case,
now they need to buy more bags. And
yes. In
that's
this
why I
case,
think they raised the block times. Do you see what I'm saying?
in this scenario, yes, that would work, and that would be the
Yeah, you
fix.
see what I'm saying? That's the difference.
That
That's
would
why
be
they made the block times bigger. Is
yeah.
because now longer, so that they have to you have to sell more bags, and
Absolutely.
that
Absolutely. I
okay,
agree.
that's a good analogy. But you need to tweak that
But now
one thing. You add that scenario.
you're waiting for it to play out now. That your thing is
That's what my brain is doing. It's like I don't know if this is going to increase the price of the token
yeah.
because it all depends on the demand for the bag, and if there's not enough actual demand for the bag, then that did not make a difference. And that's where I'm at. It's like we still have too much bag space, and there's still not enough customers who need that much bag space. Then it doesn't matter. And so that's where I'm kind of like, yeah, I mean, like I don't know if this is actually. I think our bags are still too big. I think
But
we might need block times like four seconds in order to even make this
yeah.
worthwhile. And I'm like, I don't know because I could be wrong.
Well,
It could actually like
that's where the
dwindle down, and that 2 is perfect, but I don't know.
that's the way the 720 million come in. Like most coins that are dropped, they're dropping at 10 billion, right? Uh, circulation, right?
Yes.
So if you got 720 million, that's where my math is like, if they don't
Ah,
mess with that too much, then we're
that
good.
doesn't matter. I'm gonna tell you right now that shit that people worry about is so like psychological and not realistic. Like those numbers that you're hearing, it's all just chits. It's all little one. It doesn't matter if there's 720 million when it's finally printed, like in like 20 years, or if it's like whatever right now. It is what it is, and that's all that matters. And like people like the deflationary supply thing. If we increase the amount of burn, oh no, there's less tokens. Who gives a shit? It's about demand. For instance, you can have the most rare NASCAR plate on earth, but if nobody wants it, it doesn't matter when you try and sell it. You know what I mean? And so supply and demand does not matter how many tokens there are. That's psychological. And
Mhm.
people fall for it all the time. Like with Solana and like the number of tokens, there's bajillion tokens, and you should like it doesn't matter in reality. Eventually people stop thinking of it that way. And so that's
The
it's
only
just
the only the only little slight angle I have on that is like if that's the case, then Bitcoin with the finite amount, Bitcoin,
it
it's a
stops
finite
printing in
amount.
150 years.
Uh,
It stops printing in like 120 years, I think, at this point. Is it no 130 years at this point? It's like a ridiculously long amount of time that it takes to like get through the point where it's no longer printing Bitcoin.
yeah, which is cool, but at least we know that they can't add no more to it, right? So
No,
psychologically,
that's not true. That's actually false too.
so how are they adding to this Bitcoin? What do you
Because
talking?
every single block miner
Hmm.
of importance would make the conscious decision to do so and change the software. And they could do that at this point
Well,
because there's enough of them in a concentrated amount of space that
yeah,
they could push their influence, and they could overnight get on the phone and decide that they're going to go with a different version of Bitcoin on their upgrade, and it's actually going to increase the supply to be twice what it is. They could just do that. Now it would fuck the narrative a little bit, but they would get over it if they're making money. And so like this, and everybody would get over it if they're making money.
if they're making
So
money.
literally, you got to forget. Everybody forgets this is just software. We
Mhm.
can change whatever the fuck we want whenever we want. This is not like literally we can change it. We can just say from this point forward, this is how it goes, and it goes. Like there's nothing stopping that in Bitcoin at all. This is all narrative they're feeding you. It's propaganda. It's
So
false.
what's when you put it like that, Colin? I mean, what's to give the people the peace of mind and certainty and you kind of gave the answer in that they would have to be making money, or else it can really wreck the legitimacy.
Yeah. And everybody would be happy as long as it made the money.
So I was
And
making
that's it. As long as they're making money, they could change it to be like 1,000 years out. The halvening happens every 12 years now. Like they could do whatever they want. Like, you know what I mean? Like these are all the things that they're capable of doing. All you need is a sufficient number of miners to get on board. And yeah, there's going to be your hardcore motherfuckers who don't want to do that. But guess what? Those people have no power anymore. They don't matter. They'll be loud. They'll be all over crypto Twitter. But let's face it, crypto Twitter has no power anymore. Like this is what's going on, man. Like this is out of the hands of the computer science geeks who built it.
I was thinking about that last night. I was thinking about that same thing you're talking about. I'm like, well, the retailers, we kind of dumped on ourselves, the ones that we have to start over. The mentality have to shift. Like I'm talking retailers now, because the big boys got it, which is what you're saying. It's out of our hands.
Mm-hmm.
The ones that built it, the ones that support it, the ones that got it so far, retailers and builders. And now
they're in Bali.
Huh?
They're in Bali. The only thing that matters now is social.
Folks, is not talking about me. This vacation.
This is why I'm an arena.
2 years ago.
Only thing that matters now is how can we build something? Listen to me. I wish Penguin was here for this. The only thing that matters now is how can we build something that benefits them.
Mm-hmm.
And what benefits them is the ability to broadcast their message to their constituents. So we need to build a platform which welcomes their constituents, the people or their customers. And we need to build something which advocates for their products to their customers.
All right. So now we have to bring in the I don't know. I haven't really. Have you been in any kind of a talks with the foundation, Avalanche, to get any new updates, insight on how they're addressing?
They don't like me. They don't like me. Those people don't like me anymore.
I mean, we do.
I am a thorn in their fucking side. Don't they don't like me. Like I don't think they hate me, but I definitely don't make their life easier. And like there was a group chat, and it's like. And I got invited into it randomly, and it was a mistake because the moment that core wallet came up, I was like, I uninstall this. Mm-hmm. Every time I have to use it, I use it, and then I uninstall this immediately. Like, what are you doing? Like this should be just like a web app that uses MetaMask, like for real or something. Like this should just be. This is why am I having to install a fucking extension for this? Like this is. Like maybe even a desktop app would have been easier than like it's annoying. Like, why do I have to constantly uninstall this dumb extension? Because it conflicts with every other, like Rabby and MetaMask and like all the things I actually want to use. Like, what the hell am I having Core Wallet as an extension in my browser for? And I got pushed back immediately like I was a fucking idiot. And I was like, yeah, take the fucking criticism or don't. I'm out of here. Like, I am not pulling punches, and I'm not a favorite. Because most people just want to be glazed. They just want to be told they're wonderful. I don't. Tell me I'm a piece of shit. I will fucking take it on the chin. I won't necessarily agree with you, but I'll take it on the chin. But like some people just don't want to hear it. And I don't feel like my method of delivering that information is something they like. They might be a little grateful for what I've done for them in the past, but like I don't think that I know some people who are in the foundation. I am not particular. Jason is close with them, and that's all that matters. Like, I am just an investor in the arena. Don't forget that. I am an investor in the arena. That is my role.
So
I am not the microphone for the arena. I'm trying to help where I can. I'm giving them free labor, but like I'm not like the CEO of the arena. So the person to have that conversation would be Philip. Philip is actually really tight with them, and he's the COO of Arena.
Well, you run live streams. Bring Philip on, and then y'all have a rope a dope on these very needed questions for the supporters of Avalanche and the arena ecosystem. But I wanna bring up a point because I know Jason is always keep throwing out there, and I believe it's part of his desire to make to have a little bit more creative control over certain things, elements like you're discussing. If Arena were to go to L1 now, is this why you believe he's always hinting at maybe having a desire to go L1 so he can have a little more, you know?
I think it's because we have special needs,
Hmm.
and it's a lot easier to build faster if we could just be in control over our own VMs.
Yes, yes, this is what I'm saying because if communication is key. It's not just a cliche, yeah. So if communication is hindered, so to speak, I'm not putting any blame anywhere, but come on now. And so this is why I believe he's always hinting. I'm getting more understanding about that because I would feel the same way. Like, listen, this is why we have all these doggone coins and platforms and chains and L1s out because when Ethereum branched out from the blockchain dynamics of Bitcoin and everybody else it's the same type discussions I'm pretty sure they were having back then. And so that has happened. And all of those that branched out and forked off of, they're still surviving, and a lot of them are doing very well. And so can't be afraid if the wings are clipped. Don't try to clip my wings. If you try to clip my wings, I'm going to flee the coop. I'm telling you that right now. So that's the thing is the communication and listening back and forth, implementing different ideas, storming, this type of thing is what I'm hearing and seeing. So now I understand, if Jason wanted to move L1, and I can see why, and I wouldn't blame him, and I would support that because I don't like my wings being clipped. I won't be able to fly to Bali and places like that.
Well, EVM is restrictive. That's really the reason. Like EVM is what the C chain runs on, the same thing as Ethereum, and it's not custom, right? It's not
Hmm.
custom tech.
Hmm.
There's something interesting to be said about making the Arena a staking token on an L1 network,
Hmm.
especially for Arena stakeholders. Like now you can run your own Arena validator. Like that's interesting, right? Especially for people who are interested in MEV, because a lot of the value that's generated, as much as we shit on MEV, like miner extracted value, like that's actually a big thing that drives value to blockchains. Like it brings liquidity to blockchains to have MEV. Um, yeah, so that would be good for the Arena token.
Hmm. Yeah, that's well, we keep trucking along, and but we're there now. The Arena platform, I like the thing. The thing is amazing. And sorry, our gentleman will not be able to join from Russia because we had a big time miscommunication, and the person that was relaying my time was looking for the link from another, and I'm like, I sent it here, and they were looking at another place and didn't check their X, and so they were checking Telegram, and I didn't send it to Telegram. So they will not be making it in because they're now going to sleep. They were up and they could have joined, and so now it's thanks for all these different side zones. But that's what I'm dealing with here right now. But back to the arena is very nice. I like uh, how it's built and what we're doing. And so if these are some of the kinks that we have to iron out, then Jason he's gotta make that call. Now.
No, the arena's fine. It's and even then, like if we're not a layer one, that's still good for us because
Mm.
there's something to be said for network effects and the fact that we have all the bridges readily available on the C chain, all of the tokens readily available, all the financial integrations readily available on the C chain. That's fucking excellent for the arena, man.
Hmm.
That's really good for the arena. So I actually am not that stressed, and I don't know what's going on with the L1 side of things, but if he does it or if he doesn't do it, I'm pretty much going to be happy both ways.
Hmm.
I think we can make value both ways, so I'm fine with that.
Yeah, yeah. But I want to bless up everyone that's listening. My ex, usually I don't run this long, but Colin is on here and I'm figuring what the heck. Some people might want to make some clips, different places and different stuff. So we're still running on X. Thanks for coming in and listening to us here. I know it's late night, it's getting kind of late. We were going to have another guest here joining us, but like I said, I was explaining to Colin where the times got misconstrued and they just went back to bed in their time zone. But we'll catch up with that gentleman another day. He's one we just onboard him to the arena. He's very excited about it. So now I'm sending out my apologies for not blasting every single uh, telegram to everything to send them. Next time I'll send it to every doggone link, But at the same time, we're here. We appreciate you coming in, staying up, sleeping late, all of this stuff here. We appreciate Colin. I really appreciate you coming in and giving me the opportunity to elaborate on some of the topics that we talked about. We know this was organic and spontaneous. So everybody else that's thinking why Colin is not coming to you or that we didn't plan this, it just happened. And sometimes things just happen organically, and that's
You
probably what we
asked.
wanted. And
You
he,
asked. They don't ask.
thank you there.
Rizzo asked, and I appeared on his stage the other day. Like,
Yes,
just
yes.
ask. I tend to say yes. If I have time, I'll say yes.
Yes. But Colin, I know you're getting to your hour there, your bedtime. I can see it in your eyes are dropping a little bit. It's up
Thanks.
to you. I don't want to
Yeah.
hold you hostage. It's a little cloudy here today, so I might just chill out and I still can jump in the pool. It feels pretty doggone good in there. I tell you what, I go in there and I exercise and all. I run in place. It's hard to run in the water. I used to do it when I was running track. So yeah, I jump in the pool anytime I want. The place is great. Their service is great. So I'm enjoying everything in Bali. Today would be my and in closing, and I'll give you closing remarks next. Seeing that we're not going to get that other gentleman, and I'll apologize for them for not sending it to every link. I did send it to their X messages, but
If they want to talk to me directly too, I can have another just a one-on-one call. That's fine. Again, I tend to use Signal, but that's up to them.
awesome signal. All right, so that's good. I'm glad you mentioned that. So I'm going to apologize to them and said, hey, sorry for the miscommunication time zones, but if if time permits, Colin is willing to just get a one-on-one in to signal, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh,
I
awesome.
the problem is I can't get back into my Telegram. I'm working on that. I have to go with
Got
their support. I never use Telegram, but it's
What
become an
about
issue.
WhatsApp?
So,
Do you have WhatsApp?
I might. I kind of deleted Facebook.
Okay, signal.
So
Let's um let,
yeah, I deleted Facebook a long time ago.
let's
So
let's let's stick with
did
signal.
that
And
hard delete.
okay, I will
Okay.
let her know. I'll let them know signal will be it. And Ramadzo is his contact. She brought him in. And
Okay.
so, if you communicate with her also, then yes, we'll make that happen for him because apparently
Okay.
they were up and waiting in Telegram, and I sent it to Twitter because I don't like using Telegram a whole lot. Uh,
That's a common problem. Yeah.
yeah,
All right.
I sent it to two places. I sent it to WhatsApp for them, and I sent it to our message here in X. But they were waiting in Telegram, and I'm like, yeah, And then she woke up late. Well, she woke up early, like 5 in the morning, and she didn't see it till then. So by the time she got it to them, here we are, and they went back to bed. So I will let them know that you did extend that, and if you guys can manage to put your schedules together, that they can get some help. I believe that gentleman, and he's been very persistent. Will be a great asset to the
Just
arena.
talk to me offline, and we'll discuss what he is and all that stuff, and I'll
Awesome.
be happy to talk to him.
Well,
Okay.
folks, Colin, go ahead with your closing remarks, and we'll get you to bed, and I can get on with the Bali day here.
Um, I came to bring the pain, hardcore from the brain. Let's go aside my astral plane, find out my mental based on instrumental records. Haste so I can write monumental. How's that?
That was fire. That was fire. You put me on the spot. There's no way I'm closing like that. Guys, you got it right there. The man just dropped it right there. Put
It's
me on
Method Man, man.
this on the spot. One love to each. One love, one heart. Let's get together and feel all right. I'm singing to mankind. What about one love? Yeah. Thanks
There you
and
go.
praise to the Lord, and we will feel all right. Let's get together and feel all right. Good night, good day. Thank you, Colin. You're the best. You guys just keep your head up. Know that life is the most precious things we own. And so don't fret and worries yourself. Okay. God bless you,
All
brother.
right.
God bless each and
All
every one
right.
of you in the arena. Thank you all for coming in and staying up with us. It's recorded, so go back and you can catch all the nuggets we drop there and govern yourselves accordingly. But to arena, to X, to YouTube, bless up. One love. Peace out. See you,
All
Colin.
right, later, guys.
All right,
Bye.
bye-bye.